YouTube found a community, Janelle Monae fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and we're here today to talk about Janelle Monae's modern masterpiece, Dirty Computer. This album is absolutely fantastic. It's funky, it's dancey, it's soulful, it's dramatic. It's got so much going for it on a 2 LP set. Every song is fantastic on it. There's really not a dull moment on this thing. So it's an honor to review this thing. Janelle Monae, her musical career and a lot of what she does, she said that's been inspired by the film Metropolis, the 1927 science fiction film set in the year 2000. And a lot of her imagery and storytelling is kind of based off of themes from that film. Her first record, Arc Android, one of her early records, Arc Android, was loosely based on some of those themes. And it continues with this. And this is a theme she's had for a long time. She's wanted to put into an LP for years and kind of finally came together through this one. Um, the idea behind Dirty Computer is to celebrate the marginalized. It's to celebrate those who are not getting their voices heard and how imperfections and being who you are basically makes up the idea of what a dirty computer is. Um, it follows the story of a couple characters named Jane, Mary Apple, whose identities are erased. And Jane holds on to those memories and she fights. And if you watch what she calls the emotion picture, which I love the name of that, you get to see the story unfold of how Jane is remembering all these things as they're trying to erase her memory. Because she's been deemed a dirty computer, and they want to make this perfect society where everyone's, I guess, on the same page or something, or mentally void of human interaction memories, for lack of a better term. But this album is just, like I said, it takes you on such a journey, and it's so well sequenced that you're introduced to the record, you go through all the ups and downs, and you're kind of left with this wrap up notion at the end to make you really think about what's happening in the world and on the record you just heard. But let me show you the back cover here. Several pretty awesome guest stars on here as well. And it's just the detail in the pictures is just fantastic. I mean, very lovingly put together. So the album opens up with Dirty Computer, which was a song slightly inspired by In My Room by the Beach Boys, and it features Matt Jardine and Brian Wilson on background vocals doing harmonies. It's a very chill song, and I love the sort of wise introspection that it has, where it's sort of self-aware in the fact that it knows imperfections are beautiful. And so the overall theme, obviously the album's named after Dirty Computer, but the overall theme of knowing that we're human and we're going to mess up, or we're going to accidentally do the wrong thing, or we're just going to be ourselves, and some people might not like that. She kind of took that inspiration from In My Room, where in My Room you have this feeling of isolation and sort of wanting to block out the world. And she kind of took that notion and turned it even more of an inward thing, which I thought was pretty fascinating. But the loops, the sound effects that are on this thing, the sort of electronic feel, the slightly roboticness to it, definitely gives off the computery sci-fi notion. But I love it. It's a song about who you are, and a lot of this album is about who you are. Crazy Classic Life, I really enjoy the optimistic melody on this track. The dreamy pop atmosphere, that youthful abandon of like, we could take on the world, we can have the best night of our lives. Like you get that sort of epic feeling from this one. But I love her vocals on this. They're so articulate and full of life. Like I said, the dreamy atmosphere of thinking so far into the future or experiencing the now so intensely. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that because you want to have those moments where things are just fantastic, or you want to think about the future where things could be fantastic. Super sing-along song, love it, absolutely great track. Take a Bite, I really love how track 2 melds into this one. Such a cool transition. The propulsive rhythm of this song does not let up, and her vocals on this are so cool. Some of the vocal melodies on this track are just like total earworms. Um, the syncopation, it's just a well-constructed pop song. It's so infectious and it makes you move. One of my favorite tracks on the album, but the layered vocals on here are just absolutely a knockout. Jane's Dream is basically an outro of Take a Bite. And then you get to Screwed, which has really good guitar shredding on this thing. Zoe Kravitz is on here, which is awesome. Again, one of my favorite vocal moments. Janelle sings so perfectly and beautifully. There's so many great lines on this track. We'll put water in your guns. We'll do it just for fun. It's basically about like kind of watching the world go up in flames or trying to be a part of making the world better. Seeing that sometimes we feel like we're kind of screwed. It's like a party anthem for the end of the world, if you will. Jane Go Jane, this is really a cool song to hear Janelle rap, and she's so smooth at it. Her delivery and her flow and her phrasing is just like, it's a present for your ears. I love the way she raps. Her storytelling, her enthusiasm, her power behind it, the female empowerment, talking about mansplaining and talking about the future. It's such a well-informed song about our current state of affairs. And this was like 2018, I think it was. Yeah, a couple years ago. Not much has changed. And, we're hoping things do change. But, fantastic track. Then you get to Pink, which is such a tight production. It's like, there's like barely any echo, barely any reverb. The drums on this are so clean. It's just a very tight sounding song. It really makes for a magical listen with the hypnotic harmonies. Her gentle enunciation is just delicious, for lack of a better word, because the way she phrases her words and just the gentle like whisper of her voice, it's like a leaf falling to earth on a beautiful sunny day. Very fun to listen to. The guitar work on this is just top-notch brilliant on this one. The chorus is instantly a sing-along. You instantly want to jump in and sing along with her. So, love that one. Make Me Feel. This is a modern masterpiece of a song. I mean, apparently the synth solo was written by Prince, who helped her out a lot. Maybe not a lot, but we don't know. Helped her out during the making of this album. And apparently the synth is something he had already, or he helped with her. The details on that are fuzzy, but the tongue popping sounds, the huge chorus, it's a total jammer. I mean, it is just a fantastic song. The charisma in her delivery is gorgeous. The dancey guitar, the fuzz rock guitar that comes in, it's magic in a bottle for 3 minutes. It's just a fantastic track. It gets you moving. It just gets you moving. It's a really cool, sultry song. I Got the Juice featuring Pharrell. Again, her voice against that beat. Dun 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 dun. What a cool beat, but then like putting your voice on top of that, and then the vocal layerings. I mean, she knows how to stack a song. It's really awesome. The bass line is such a funky bass line, but the rhythm of her vocals on this track are what really grabbed me the most. Fantastic song. I like that. This is the next song on here, and again, one of my favorites. It's a really beautiful track about standing up for yourself and the things you enjoy. Like many of you, hopefully not like many of you, but when I was a kid, I got bullied pretty hard, and for the things that I enjoyed. And when you stand up for liking what you like, it can be challenging. It can be difficult. You can face a lot of harassment just for being yourself, which sucks. And for a song like this to exist, where she says, I don't really give a, who likes that? I don't care if I'm the only one who likes that. What a statement. What a statement to be so cool on yourself, to be like, you know what? I don't care if I'm the only one who likes this. I don't care. This is who I am. What a great message. I really, really enjoy that. And she shares a story at the end, which is basically like reading a diary piece about getting made fun of when she was a kid, either for her clothes or for her hair, or how she looked, where someone grades her a 6, as they say, where she sings on the record. It's a very personal moment, and it's really special that she shares that, because I just find so much of it relatable. Don't Judge Me, this is very much for me a Michael Jackson song, like Human Nature, Leave Me Alone, that kind of feel. Um, there's similar themes on that, similar vibes and emotions that I get. I'm sure they're not directly influenced or anything, but I'm getting something similar to those songs. It's basically just don't judge the book by its cover. It's like, don't look at somebody and just assume something. Like, talk to that person, learn about that person. Just, don't judge me. Her voice on this song is tender and chilly, and it's just like a mesmerizing listen. Very cool. Stevie's Dream, Stevie Wonder. Holy crap, yeah. He delivers this beautiful passage about the world and life and love and listening to yourself, listening to others. Just a really beautiful message, which leads really well into So Afraid, which has this very Nirvana-ish guitar tone. A song about seeing and experiencing the world and its subsequent reactions. Finding the balance or the peace in this changing world, and about growing up. For me, this song sounds like something that you would relate to maybe as a teenager, but even now, I mean, everyone changes all the time, so who knows? And then it ends with Americans, which is an absolutely incredible song. There's different points of view written on this song, where she sings from the point of view of someone who like wants the wife to stay home and cook, and then she sings from the point of view of, the marginalized. And there's a really great rap on here about looking for equality all over the country, and it's such a fantastic song that's never been truer than right now. Now that so much is happening for equal rights and power to everybody, which is how it damn well should be. Come on. It's just a beautiful, beautiful track, and the upbeat optimism is what carries it along, because it gives you this notion of like, yeah, we could make this world a better place. Just love each other. It's that easy. And it ends with that line, sign here on the dotted line. It's basically asking, are you going to be a part of this? Are you going to be part of the solution? And that's where the album leaves off. So it asks you a question like that, knowing you're imperfect. You're a dirty computer. And are you going to be a part of this where we're all dirty computers? We're all on the same path? We're all on the same page? What's that world going to be like? So, fascinating album. I really, really love this thing. Let me show you what comes inside here. So you get a fantastic picture of her with what they call the vagina pants. She wears these in the Pink video. And the credits, lots of credits in the back. It's a 2 LP set, and all the records basically look the same. But very cool, sort of burnt orange looking label there. So overall, I know I said early on in the review that I'd call this thing a modern masterpiece. I really stand behind that. I mean, it's got so much going for it, where the album itself plays like a greatest hits. I mean, there really isn't a bad moment on this album, and it's such a fun listen. It reminds you of the days where, you'd pick up a Thriller or a Purple Rain, and enjoy every second of it. That's the notion I'm getting from Dirty Computer. It's meant to be devoured as one whole thing, and the fact that she made her emotion picture, music videos for the entire thing, speaks to that, where every single song can have its moment to shine. What a rarity these days. So absolutely adore her. She's fantastic. She's so talented. She's a great actress. She's just, all around. She could just do it all. But yeah, Dirty Computer for me gets a 9 out of 10. I absolutely love, love, love this album. The only thing I could say negative about it is I wish it was a little bit longer. I wish there was more to it. And even that's asking too much, because it's already such an album that gives and gives and gives. Yeah, so hands down, 9 out of 10. I absolutely adore this thing. So thank you so much for watching. What do you think of Dirty Computer? Have you heard it? And very curious to hear your thoughts. But thanks so much for watching. My name is Giggens. This has been Janelle Monae's Dirty Computer. Thank you, Janelle. Take care, everybody. See you soon.